Next one is this hero section, and that is what we are going to be making responsive in this lesson. So I'm going to switch over to the editor, and right here let's just uncomment everything first, and then comment out markup for the footer, as well as all other section inside the main tag, besides hero section. So this way we're gonna have header as well as the hero section uncommented. And for now, this is how the hero section looks like. I will start with modifying paddings from the top and bottom. So on other screens, this padding from the top will be 28 units, from the bottom 48 units, and for mobile devices we're going to make top padding 20 units and the bottom padding will be 10 units. Then the following two elements, such as heading as well as an image, should be positioned one under the other on mobile screens. So let's just apply flex call class to this wrapper and align elements in a center. The space in between heading as well as an image will be 8 units on mobile devices, but on all other devices we're going to position those elements in one row by using flex row class. And let's also increase the gap between these elements, set it to 12 units for bigger screens. For now, the text inside these headings is not positioned in a center, so let's apply items center class to this wrapper element. And we also have to apply text center to center the content itself within those heading blocks. And then on bigger screens, I'm going to reset this alignment and align everything at the beginning of this flexible container, and also will reset the text alignment. Set it to left. As you can see now, the text of the heading as well as subheading are properly aligned in a center. Now I'm going to decrease the size of the main heading, set it to 3XL on mobile screens, and increase this size for all other screens, let's say 5XL. And also the space in between the main heading and the subheading will be 2 units from the top on mobile devices, and on all other screens this space will be 4 units. We're going to increase font size of the subheading only on bigger screens. So let's use text LG with an SM prefix. I will also try to stick to my own convention and group all the classes within responsive prefixes together and move them to the end of the class list. Moving on, as for these two buttons, let's decrease the spacing from the top to the subheading. We will set it to 6 units, but on all other screens, this spacing will be 8 units. Paddings for buttons will also be decreased a little bit on mobile devices. Horizontal paddings will be 6 units, vertical ones will be 2 units, and on bigger screens, horizontal paddings will be 8 units, and vertical ones will be 3 units. Then I will increase font size of these buttons starting from bigger screens. And will round corners of these buttons on mobile devices, but not as much as on bigger screens. After this, I'm actually going to copy these new classes that we have added to this button and put them on the next button. So these classes will be pretty much the same, with an exception that those classes that are responsible for setting the background color as well as text color will be different. And finally, the last element inside this hero section is this image. On mobile devices, we're going to decrease the size of this element by 10%. But on bigger screens, let's do the opposite and increase the size by 10%. And also, as for this perspective, we're not going to use it on mobile devices and start applying it only on bigger screens. And finally, this class W2/3, which sets the width of this block, will not be applied on mobile devices, only on bigger screens. And finally, let's just take a look at the final result and see how hero section looks like on mobile devices. And this is it for this section. We will continue working on another section in the next lesson.